excited to get into the sketch. Excited to jump into the sketch. You ready?
Okay, you got the
I feel like that's the bread and butter of it.
Which one is it?
What's that?
For the original video.
The information? It's going to be the construction PDF.
Oh, construction.
Yeah, it's going to be in one of those folders.
Roof book.
There you go. That's open your eyes. You don't see them. All right, guys, let's keep it moving, guys. Let's keep it moving. We're over here now. We're into sketch. Let me make sure I didn't forget anything else. I should have told you that I forgot to tell you before. Let me just make sure I'm not leaving that now.
What time is class next week?
That's it.
It's gonna be like that.
Right.
There ain't no class, but you tutoring though. We have
Right.
so we have-
So you said you was available all the time. so-
Right. And if anything, we can come to your house and sketch that out too. You know, that's fine. That's fine. I saw something cooking. Figure what would that be?
I know, right? All right, so how do we get the sketch? We're gonna go ahead and click on estimate. And I hate how Xactimate does this.
That's how they do it. I don't like how they do it.
I hate how they do
was
it.
better.
I got confused with that. I was like, where's sketch?
I don't know. I mean, I've been using X1 when it first came out.
Yeah, last year?
When it was beta.
Oh,
Last
2
year,
years ago.
2018.
Yeah, I think 4 years ago.
Yeah. And then they was forcing everybody. They would say, oh, next year, nobody's going to be able to use 28.
Yeah.
And then they extended it. Okay, next year, nobody ain't going to use
They said
28.
this year's
And the
last
reason
year.
why they had the problem, because nobody wanted to switch. So they had to keep pushing it back. And then they said, you know what? We don't care if you don't want to switch. We shutting this thing down.
And it's important.
Yeah, we shutting this thing down. You're not using 28 no more. Right, they kept saying it every year. All right, so in order for you to find the sketch, you click on estimate. It gives you 2 drop downs, and then you're going to go to sketch. Okay? For right now, I want you guys to go to options, and I want you to go to full screen on the far right. You're going to go to the tab that says options, and make it full screen because I want you to have full access to the screen, okay? Welcome to the sketch, folks. So right now your tab is still on options, go to tools for you. Okay? So right now, at the bottom of that sketch window, it should say main level, correct?
Correct.
I'm just gonna get rid of my extra thing because I set it to always give me an exterior. Right click on the word properties.
Property.
Right click on main level
Oh,
and then go to properties.
And tools.
Did it open up for you?
yes.
Some of you guys it's not gonna open up. I don't know
It said can't remove the only level.
No, we're not removing. You're hitting the X. You gotta right click, whoops. You're hitting the X. There you go. Hit properties. Okay. On the elevations, I want you to change it from 109 to, hold on.
Mine's only at 100.
Mine's at 100.
Okay, we're gonna change it. We're gonna change it to 100.
All right.
We're gonna change it to, hold on a second. 18. Yep, change it to 18. And we're gonna call it the roof. Change the name to roof. All right. So you're gonna name it roof. Okay. You're gonna hit enter. Now you're gonna click on the blank screen. Okay.
Enter.
What we just did, we just created the level that we wanted our sketch to start from the ground up.
I don't have enter.
Right, just hit the blank screen.
Okay.
Okay? So we set at the level that we wanted our sketch to begin at. So the very sketch we're going to be building is the roof. So what did we just set the elevation of the roof to start at?
18.
Who?
18.
18. Okay? I probably should do this backwards, be frank with you, but I'm going to start with the roof. Okay? 'Cause that's how I always like doing my estimate. So we're going to start with the roof. Up top, we only have one item up there that has to deal with our roof for now. That's correct. In the banner, we have different options to work with. And since we're working with the roof, we're going to click on the word roof. And immediately,
Drop down tab.
no, click on the word, not the drop down tab.
Okay.
You put
Got
some.
it, okay.
All right, click on the word roof. Now bring your cursor to the canvas. Immediately, do not do anything else, guys. Immediately, you have a gabled roof attached to your cursor. Everybody, that's happening to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's say you're not dealing with a gable roof. Let's say the gable roof is not the roof. Hit your space bar. It just changed
Yeah.
to a flat roof. Hit the space bar again. It just changed to a hip roof. So we can browse through the different options of roofs, right? Now your question is going to be, how do we know which roof is which roof?
Yeah.
Good question. All right, hit the escape button. It's going to disappear. Your escape button is going to drop the tool, okay? Now hit the drop down next to the word roof. You have a whole list of different types of roofs. You guys remember? You see that? All right, let's say we're going to deal, the first roof we're going to deal with is the gable. Let's say, not even the gable, let's go with the hip. So when we select a roof from the drop down, okay, next to the word roof, there's an arrow there.
Drop down.
Yep. And then you're going to select hip. We're going to start with a hip roof, right? Now click it and just drop it on the canvas. If we become curious of what that roof looks like, in the lower right-hand side corner, we have different tools here. Right? The very first one to the right says 3D view. Go ahead and hit the 3D view. Okay? Now click on the canvas. Click and hold.
Where'd you get the 3D view at?
Just
Lower right-hand
Oh, went to the
corner.
right, okay. Yeah, got it.
Okay?
Okay.
Now you're going to click on the canvas anywhere. Click and hold and scroll up. See how it moves the view? That's what a hip roof is going to look like when you're done with it. Now click on the box that's right next to the 3D view. Are we there?
Yeah.
Okay, it brought us back to the regular plan view, right?
Yeah.
All right, now click the number 3.
click the what?
Number 3.
Back to the right.
Number 3
Let's type it up.
on your keyboard. Number 3.
Oh, we just hit 3?
Yeah, hit the number 3.
I say I wasn't the only one.
Well, no, you said click, so I threw us off.
Right, I thought it was.
Click the number 3.
Oh,
There, okay, that's all right.
Yeah, no,
Number
no.
3 on your keyboard.
okay, yeah, that's fine, 'cause he said click
All
the
right.
big mouse.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm like, where's 3?
All right,
Yeah.
punch the number 1.
Number 1,
Takes you back to plan view. Okay?
okay.
Shortcuts.
I want you to lasso the roof by clicking and holding and dragging until you lasso the roof. All right, remember how you lasso it? Click and hold, drag your mouse, and you're going to do a circle around that roof or a square. Now go ahead and hit delete on your keyboard. All right, we're going to delete that roof. Yeah, to lasso. In order to lasso.
delete, okay,
Okay?
backspace.
Now hit delete.
Got it. Okay. Got it.
Delete on your keyboard is going to be an upper right hand corner. There you go. All right, so let's deal with the first roof. And we're going to choose a gable roof. Let's toy around with the gable roof. So toggle until you get to gable roof.
Or you just do the drop down thing too, right?
What's that? You can do the drop
Yeah, that's
down.
fine.
That's correct. So when you do the drop down, once you make a selection, that's what's going to be your default. Anytime you hit the word roof, it's going to drop down the last one you selected. You follow me?
Yes.
All right. So if you go and you hit cable, every time you hit the roof, it's going to drop a gable down for you. Or you can just hit R. That drops down a room. But you go ahead and hit F. That drops down another roof. Sometimes you can easily confuse it for R for a roof, but it's actually a room. So you hit the letter F, you can drop down roofs. Okay? Additional roofs.
It's the same.
Yes.
That's correct. The same roof.
Okay.
Lasso.
How you change it from that?
Say that again?
How you change it like if you don't want it like automatically going instead of like how you, like you just telling him when you go to roof, that's all the gable roof gonna keep popping back up
That's
every time you do that?
You
How do you get it back to it pop up to where?
to a different roof?
Yeah.
Oh,
You hit the arrow next to the word roof.
Okay.
And you select the roof that you want to be working with.
Okay, but what if you want it just to pop up, you can go through them, like,
Okay, you just hit the word roof.
okay, all right,
Hit the word roof, it's attached to your cursor.
okay,
Now hit the space bar, you can shuffle through the different types of
gotcha,
roofs.
gotcha,
So right now we're going to be dealing with just the gable roof.
all right,
Okay? I want us to lasso the roof now. When you lasso the roof, roll the wheel on your mouse away from you. It enlarges the roof. Okay? Roll it towards you, it makes it smaller. So always, no matter what you're working on, always enlarge the diagram. Give yourself a winning chance. All right? So while we're working on the roof, while it's highlighted, we have in the corners these squares. You see these squares in the corner? All right? Or in the middle of each side, you see a square. But on the very corners, you see a triangle. The triangles are called vertexes. If you were to grab one of those triangles and move it, you would be changing the shape. Okay? If you grab that triangle, click and hold, you can go ahead and toy with it. Grab that triangle, click and hold, and drag it. You'll be changing the shape of that roof. You guys see that? Yeah. All right. Now, hit the arrow at the top. It's called the undo button. It only gives you 5 undos. All right. Up here at the very top, under the word tool, there's a small list of different tools here. Hit the box, not the arrow, the box that the arrow's in. And it'll bring you back to the former shape that you was at before you changed it. Huh?
That little arrow right next to the cursor that's highlighted, top left, that little button. See that little arrow that goes that? Yeah, right next to
That's
that.
the undo button.
Right, there you go.
But don't hit the arrow, the undo arrow, hit the box it's in. You hit the arrow, it's not going to do anything.
so
No, yeah.
this one,
Right.
and this.
yeah.
But you're back to where you need to be. You're good.
So,
Remember I told you to change the shape? And I told you hit the arrow to bring you back to where you was.
can't hear your phone breaking.
All right, that's going to be your undo button. You guys follow me?
Say what?
So you may want to write down vertex changes the shape.
Can't hear you.
The vertex tool or the vertex handle
Yeah, what?
changes the shape. And what's the shape of the vertex tool? A triangle. You're going to see that triangle also when you're working in rooms. It's going to serve the same purpose. All right, that is called a handle, a vertex handle. So you're going to notice also in your booklet, what page are we on? Page 56. Page 56 and beyond, you're going to notice you have a lot of lines for notes, right?
Oh, nice.
And that's the reason why. Because I can sit up here and tell you all day until I'm red in the face. But I need you to write it down. That's right there. If you haven't taken notes anywhere else, you need to start doing it now.
What's that?
Vertex changes the shape. The vertex handle changes the shape. All right, so when we're dealing with the sketch, we're going to drop a gable roof on there. Okay? And once you lay lasso it, you're going to have handles that appear. The square, the triangle, not the triangle, the diamond. I don't know why I keep calling it triangle, but it's really a diamond. That's the vertex handle. All right? So the square is a size handle. So it's literally what it is. It's called a handle because we can grab it and we can stretch it and change the dimensions. Okay? Square handle. Affects the dimension of your drawing changes the size. Vertex handle changes the what?
Shape.
The shape. But the square handle changes the dimensions, the size. So I want you now to take the time to make your roof by clicking on the handle, clicking and holding and dragging it. I want you to make this roof 25 by 15. 25 left to right, 15 top to bottom. Gable roof, that's correct. 25 by 15.
How come I want to have F1 through 4, but you only have the F3 and F4? Is there a difference, or?
I probably have annotations off on my roof.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I have them on. You probably have yours off. You see?
That's what I have. I saw that you only had F3 and 4.
Oh, that's because you have a gambrel roof, not a gambrel roof. Yeah, you have a gambrel roof. That's not a gable roof.
You said 25.
Oh.
25, 15.
My bad, okay, so we leave that one back.
That's correct. You have a gambrel roof. Gambrel roof is four-sided, so every side was a roof. Was a side of a
Oh,
roof.
okay, so we're doing the hip roof still?
No, gable roof.
Oh, gable, the top one, so I didn't see that. My bad.
25. Okay. And if you lose that other handle, just lasso it again and grab the other handle on the opposite side and make it 15. All right, guys, so we got this roof, right?
I don't eat it too often, but I like to
Okay.
eat it.
So we got this roof, right, guys?
Yeah.
All right, so I want to explain why you have additional measurements here. You see how you got 7'11", and then you got 7'6".
Yeah.
Okay? So 7'11" is from the outside point of the roof to the center of the roof. So that one side, that one slope is 7 feet 11 inches. You guys got me?
Yeah.
That very first one, closest to the building, is the measurement from the outside point of the roof to the center of the roof. That second measurement is from the outside wall of the building, of the house.
Not the extra 2 feet that hangs over. Understood.
Right.
Understood.
To the center of the roof.
Got it.
You got me? So that's why you have the two measurements.
So the first one is to the roof, the second one is to the outside, like the soffit.
Yeah, you can see a little like line going through it too, where it separates it. You see that little like, it's a very
Right.
faint
And what's
line.
confuses it because you don't have the hash mark that shows it. But that is what it is. Okay? So let's say I'm standing on this roof and I want to measure it, right? So I'm typically going to come to the top of the roof. I'm going to draw a line on my sketch, right? Then I'm going to go around the perimeter and make it look like this because I'm looking at it from the bird's eye view looking down. I'm not going to measure both sides of the roof unless I can visibly see one side is smaller than the other. Because if it looks the same, 10 times out of 10 it is the same.
Yeah.
So I'm going to measure just one side because the other side is going to be equal. And then I'm going to write it down, right? And then I'm going to measure from the tip of the roof all the way to the back side. So if I'm doing a gable roof, how many measurements do I need from that illustration I just gave you?
Two.
Just two.
That's it.
One side here, and then the long side. And I mark it down. And so I
You
come
use
back
a tape
here.
measure for that?
Say it again?
When you're measuring the roof, you have to use a tape measure.
That's
Yeah.
right, you're physically doing that, absolutely.
A regular.
So you wouldn't necessarily go all the way out to the outside, right?
You would.
Yeah.
You saying that extra 2 feet is like what? You
No,
saying
he's
that?
saying he's saying that, well, actually you need to stretch your thing out so you don't go to the edge and.
Right, that's correct.
You could always deduct the 2 feet to get the wall.
Yeah, you can do that
You don't
too.
care about the wall.
No, but I'm saying if you're measuring the roof, yeah, the whole thing. But I'm saying if you had to do the inside of the home, you just deduct 2 feet, and that should be giving you the dimension of the
Yeah.
inside.
So why are we talking about the inside of the room?
All right, I'm jumping.
No, we
All right.
worrying about the outside right now.
Yeah, no.
Only
I
the
got you.
roof, yeah.
I
We're
got
not
you.
worrying
I'm
about those
jumping the
walls. We're
Okay.
only worrying about measuring the roof.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
We're replacing the roof.
I can see what you're saying. Okay.
All right, when you go to drawing it, it's going to give you the outside dimensions of the wall, but you don't really care about it.
True.
You understand what I'm saying? If you are in an extenuating circumstance, and you can't climb the roof and you need to measure it, then it's safe to say I measure the outside walls
And add 2
and I
feet
add to it.
on each side.
Then I got the outside of the roof. But you're going to have a problem though. Because you will not be able to get an accurate measurement from the tip of the roof to the top of the ridge.
Because of the pitch.
Because of the angle.
Yeah.
That's going to be your only problem.
So you gotta get on that.
Yes.
What about one of those clay roofs then?
Or you get on GPS,
Clay roofs, metal
which I'll
roofs?
show you.
Yeah.
All right, clay roof, metal roof, you have to measure from the GPS.
Yeah, okay.
All right, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. All right, so if we had to measure a gable roof on site, would we be able to do it just from that illustration?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Pretty simple, right? Oh, so simple and shocking.
Yeah. Very simple.
All right. So now we got the measurement, we got the actual measurement of the roof, right? So the only other critical part, if this is the only thing that we're taking into consideration, the only critical part now is the slope. Because the slope changes everything, right? So let's say I want to change the slope on this roof. I'm going to click on the word roof. Everybody click on the word roof, right? The word roof, we see immediately a little box with a hand on it, right? That is a properties box. Everything on the sketch has a property. Everything. Okay? Everything has a properties box. You just select it and the properties box for that item is going to pop up. You're going to select the properties box. Then you have a list of properties here. The first group is a general properties, where you have the name, grouping code. Grouping code is for really technical stuff, and when we get into sketching the rooms, I'll show you how that affects
I ain't
it.
getting that, no.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm not getting
Okay. Click on the word roof,
And then,
enlarge,
it. I clicked on it.
enlarge your map, so you can be able to see things. Okay?
and go down to properties.
Did you find the handle? Did
Yeah.
you find
You can just hit Control Enter, right?
What's that?
Just hit
No, don't just hit Control Enter because right now you only have one object, so that's easy.
click on roof.
I appreciate you, Henshaw. Thank you,
Okay,
man.
appreciate it.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you, Henshaw. So right now it's easy for you to hit Control Enter and get a property because you only deal with one object. But when you got 15 objects on your drawing, do you want to hit Control?
No.
No, you don't, because you have no idea what property is open.
Yeah, it might move.
Exactly. So select the word roof, go to properties. The first grouping is general. The next one is dimensions. You know, you can change this roof by changing roof type right here.
Yeah.
Right? You can change this whole roof. Okay? But that's not what we were focusing on right now. We want to scroll down to slope, rise, 12. See that, guys? Okay?
Oh,
Click
wow.
on the drop down next to it. First question is asked you, is the A and B side of the roof the same? You want it to be the same, so you hit yes. The next one says, okay, A and B. What slope do you want it? Let's change it to 6, folks. You can just type in 6 once you select it. Okay?
6.
Yeah, just type in 6. Let's make it 6.
It's right there, 6.
Okay? Now, click on the drawing. It goes away, right? Okay, so do you guys have this on the right side of your drawing? I'm hoping you do, because sometimes people get so excited, they start clicking stuff and everything starts
Yeah.
I
disappearing.
got 8, 5,
And
and
I'm like,
7, 6
what
now.
did you do to your drawing?
I got it. I can't see it that well.
Okay?
Make it bigger. Roll
Zoom
your-
in.
No, roll. Oh, yeah, just roll it.
Roll the wheel.
We'll change the 419.
Okay? So here's the key thing when you want to roll the wheel, right? So you see my cursor up on the screen?
Yes.
All right, if I bring my cursor to the right side of the screen and I roll my wheel towards me, look how it's coming towards my cursor.
Oh.
If I push it away, it goes away from my cursor. Let me put the cursor at the bottom of the screen. I roll my wheel towards me. Where is it coming? Towards my cursor. Okay? Yes, you can, but I'm giving you
Yeah,
shortcuts.
no, that's a lot easier.
All right?
Yeah, that's a lot easier.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Here's another easier one. Remember you got fast, faster, and fastest? Just hit the space bar. Hit the space bar. And a hand shows up. The same kind of hand that shows up on the PDF document. Click and hold, and you move it wherever you want it to go.
I'll let you lose the
I done lost it.
If you lose the image, you hit the back undo button. Give yourself a chance by always enlarging the photo, okay?
Okay.
Because when you got it in half screen, it just doesn't work. Okay? So right now, you guys have these numbers on the side?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure y'all can get something in there.
Yeah, I got the
Okay.
same numbers, yeah.
All right?
And put
So
the
on the last column, we changed that rise to 612, correct?
Yeah.
Click on the word roof. So right now we have 4.19 squares on the roof. You see how guys see that? On the estimated total?
Oh, for the square.
Yeah. You got 419.26. So how do we come up with this word
What you
square?
saying?
What's up, Dan?
I'm good.
You good? Okay. So when we hear the term squares, and we got a number next to it, what represents squares is 10 times 10. 100 square feet equals 1 square. Okay? 10 times 10. 100 square foot area is considered a square. That's how roofers get their estimate. 1 square is a 10 by 10, 100 square foot area. Okay? So on this roof right here, we have 419.26 square feet of 4.19 squares. You understand the difference? Okay? 4.19 squares. Now let's go into roof. Let's go to our properties again. Click on the word roof or lasso the roof. Go to your properties. We changed it to 6. Let's change it to 4. Let's change it to 4. And then click on the canvas.
3.95 squares.
So, which direction did we go in the amount of squares? We went up or down?
Down.
So, for us to have the proper slope makes a what?
Big difference. Oh, yeah.
Makes a whole big difference. So, the lesser the slope, the lesser the shingles.
Yeah.
The higher the slope, the more the shingles. So, we've learned that the higher the pitch, the more the shingles.
Yeah.
Correct? The lower the pitch, the lower the shingles. So it's important to make sure we get that pitch of the roof. Right? That's definitely important. So that's just a little thing that helps you understand that it's important to make sure you get the right pitch. So we just sketched a gable roof. Sound pretty simple, right? So here's some additional tools that you can use with your roof sketch. We're going to go over to the next box in our dynamic banner up top. Here's what's called the break tool. Okay? Well, I like to think of the break tool as a segmenting tool. It segments. Like you have a wall, as soon as you hit the break tool, it cuts that wall. Okay? But here we're using it in regards to a roof. So if I hit this break tool, I'm going to segment a portion of this roof, right? As soon as I click it on the edge of the roof, notice you have multiple dimensions show up. You see that?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So it's asking me, where am I going to put my segment at? Where am I going to put that break, separation at? Once I click on that area, look at what pops up. What are these called? Handles. And what does a square handle do?
Changes the size.
Changes the dimensions. So I got 2 handles on each side. I can grab either one of these handles,
Pull it out.
pull it down,
Oh, wow.
We do garage.
and look what I did.
Oh,
I
that's
increased one side,
Left is
I created the break, the segment, and I grabbed one half of it and dragged it down. It did alter the other side of the roof, of course. So sometimes there are houses that are built like that. Okay? But let's say I didn't want to alter nothing else. I just wanted to change that one side because that one side had a little pull out, right? I'm going to hit my back arrow so it can bring me back to where I was before. I'm going to hit my break tool. Actually, let me let go of my break tool. I'm going to hit my roof, right? I'm going to go over here. You guys looking at me? When I click on this lock, the measurement opens, gives me the opportunity to change the measurement. But right now, what I want to do, I want to lock that side because I don't want it to move. Okay? And let's say for example, for all intents and purposes, I go ahead and lock both of these. Which I shouldn't because I don't really want to mess with the house, so I'm leaving it unlocked. So now I go ahead and get my brake tool, drop it. I'm sorry. I didn't react quick enough. Drop the brake tool, click and hold, change it. What did I just do? I prevented that side from moving by locking the measurement. You follow me? Then I grabbed that segment that I separated and I dragged it down. This stayed the same. Why? Because I locked the other stuff. So this stayed the same. It didn't deform it, but it pulled out the roof where I wanted it to be. So in our imaginations, okay, I wonder what that looks like. Hit the number 3 on your keyboard. Okay? So if you're curious what it looks like, it might look funky on the drawing, right? But this is how it would come out. Okay? You guys see that? There are houses like that.
Yeah.
All right, that would be the garage side of the house. Okay, now let's go back to plan view. So, here's something else that happens now. So I'm going to take that back to the regular shape that we had it, right? By hitting the backspace. Plan view, press the number 1, or the box right next to the 3D box. What's the question? How you unlock it? You hit the measurement again. Okay, select the roof. Okay. Hit on there. Hit the lock. Okay. So you could have just hit the backspace or the went back to the previous setting. So just make sure the roof is unlocked now for our next demonstration. All right, guys. So we're back to the roof, right? So we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to use the brake tool. We're going to place it right here in the center of the roof. Now what I want you to do is hold the control key down. Are we holding the control key?
Yeah.
We're going to grab a handle.
Okay. You said in the center of the roof?
So it'd be like 1510.
I don't care where you put it at.
Okay.
Just put it wherever you want to put it. I want to create 2 handles.
Okay.
All right, hold down the control key, grab a handle, drag the handle down, and let it go.
Oh, that's dope. What's it?
What did we just do? We just created an overbuild.
Oh, that's right.
Okay?
And that's what that property had.
That's called an
That's
overbuild.
correct.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh yeah, that's smooth.
Brake tool.
What
and
did we just
control
do? We just used the control
Brake tool.
brake tool. Control brake tool. What did it do? It extended. All right, this word, I'm just using this word because that's the best way I can explain
And
it.
extended a, what do we call that?
Extended the roof.
Yeah, but there was a certain.
Created an overbuild.
Overbuild. Yeah. Extended and.
All right. The reason why I didn't use the word overbuild here because the same brake tool is going to do something else to our rooms. It's going to be extending it. That's why I'm not using the word term overbuild. But you're creating an overbuild when you use it, the same tool in a roof. All right? It is difficult to remember. You got to hold the control key and then drag it. All right? That control key is key. Sometimes you'll be working with it, you drop that brake tool, you pull it down, like, holy cow, what did I just do? And you're like, I did something wrong, it must be a different key. No, you just forgot to hold the control. Now click it, hold it. Okay? So, this is how you would create an overbuild. Do we have houses like this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
It's usually like where the front door is typically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, there are oftentimes, we're using a gable for an example, right? Okay? We put it in 3D, we see what it looks like, totally cool. Right? But what happens when that overbuild is a hip? How do we change that? We click on roof,
Roof 2.
go to properties, roof type, we change it to a what?
Yep.
To a hip. What happens?
I get it.
It changes to a hip.
Control brake.
All right, so yesterday we ended with this here, right? We ended with this diagram, doing a simple hip roof with an overbuild, and we turn that overbuild into a gable roof, correct?
Yes.
Now, we talked about the vertex tool, well actually the vertex handle. It's very rarely you'll be able to use a vertex in a roof. Alright? Very rarely even needed. So we can even disregard that even exists for roofs. Because that should be crazy shape that architecture just don't design roofs with vertexes in it.
Is that usually for the inside?
Yeah, it's going to be inside most of the time. It's going to be inside. And it doesn't mean that you can't create an odd shape, but it's very rare. And another thing is, 6 times out of 10, you're not going to be drawing your roof. Okay? Either the insurance company is going to request an Eagle View, that's going to give you the drawing that you can just bring in the ESX, or you can order the roof through an app called Hover. You can import that roof into your estimate.
It's called Hover.
Hover report. Hover. Okay? Hover. It's a process for you to be able to bring in the hover. You won't be able to do it because you guys are dealing with the demo version.
Yeah,
So
that's
we
what it
all
was.
good. Anybody have any questions on how to create what we created yesterday? Okay? So let's say we have a roof on different levels, right? Let's say, let me drop a gable roof for an example. Okay? Sometimes we may have a roof that's attached to a gable roof, but half of it's even with half of the roof and the other side is at a lower level. What am I saying?
Both
I'm
sides
gonna-
aren't the same?
That's correct. So I'm going to click the brake tool and I'm going to extend the roof, right? So I can actually click anywhere here, but I'm just going to click on one side of the gable. I'm going to hold my control key. I'm going to pull that roof out. Then I'm going to select that roof again, highlight that roof. Then I'm going to drag the front to make it a little bit bigger. So how does it look in 3D? Like this. See that?
Can we turn off that light
Yes, you
above
can.
on here, please?
Yep.
All right. So the brake tool.
Okay, so you understand what I'm saying? You have one side that's even, runs continuous on one side of the roof, but this one's on a lower level. A lot of times we have this situation when people build additions to their home. Okay, you'll have that situation. So how did we get there?
That's a gable roof?
That is a gable roof, that's correct. So how did we get there? We created the brake, we hit the brake tool, so this is a control brake. Drop it on one side of the roof, hold my control key, grab my what? My handle, drag it out, whatever the dimension needs to be, let it go, then I'm going to select that roof. I can just click on that roof number 3, grab it, grab the handle, drag it forward to whatever dimension I need to be, and then let it go. Okay?
So you want us to do that?
I'm showing you how. I need to know that you know how to do it as well.
Okay, what
So go ahead
size?
and practice.
So it's a gable one more time?
Yeah.
36 by what? 36 by
Don't worry about the dimensions. I just want to know that you can do it. All right? Don't worry about the dimensions. I just want to know that you can do it. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay? All right, and sometimes we can have a roof underneath our original roof, guys. So you just want to always pay attention to your drawing, okay? So you're gonna hit the brake tool. I'm gonna put it on the side of the gable roof, because that's where I want to extend it. I'm gonna hold my control key. I'm gonna hover over the grab handle. I'm gonna click and hold the grab handle. I'm gonna drag it out to whatever the dimension that I need it to be, and I'm gonna let it go. So I don't want it to stop on that side. I mean, if the roof looks that way in real life, then fine. You understand what I'm saying? But for all intents and purposes, I want to make it a little bit more realistic by grabbing the front of it and increasing the dimension of that front. So when I put it in 3D, we see that this entire side is connected. Okay? But we have this one going at a lower level. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for real.
No.
Yeah, you just gotta continue in
And you gotta remember, you gotta hit that
Like an
control key.
overview.
You grab the handle.
All right, so one of the biggest challenges going to be for you guys is remembering that control key.
Yeah.
All right? Because you're going to be out there trying to draw and you're going to forget all about the control key. You're like, what am I doing wrong? And it's the control key. All right? It's that control break. You got to keep in mind. All right, so let's go back to plan view. And let's say we want to drop a dormer on this roof, right? Whatever roof that you have, you don't have to change it. We want to go up here, up at roof, go to the drop down, and we want to select a dormer. Once you select the dormer, it's going to look like you got a little gable roof connected to your cursor. That's fine. You're going to go ahead and drop it on the outside plane. And then you're going to dimension your dormer the size it needs to be before you drop it on the roof. Okay? So this is your standard size for a dormer, so that we're going to stick with it. You can go ahead and dimension it, change the eave height, which is the length from the roof to the bottom of the eave on your dormer. Go ahead and you can input your slope. Then you can dictate how much overhang that you want. I typically just leave the overhang standard, leave the slope standard. If I need to change my 4-foot height, but I just leave it standard. Most of them, that's what it is. It's going to be 4 feet above the roof. You're going to hit OK. And so the best way to do it is that you dimension it before you bring it to the roof. If it is bigger than 4 feet wide, you change it first. You guys follow me what I mean? All right? If it's bigger than, change it, make it whatever you need it to be before you add it to the roof. And now you go here and you click on the name roof for that dormer, and then you're going to grab that little diamond that's next to the name, all right? Grab the little diamond, bring it over, and you're going to drop it on the roof. These dormers work great when they're on the on a hip roof as opposed to a gable roof. So go into your 3D and take a look at the dormer. Okay? Does that look right?
Off a little bit.
All right. When you say off, what is it off by?
For mine.
Too high.
That's correct. It's too tall. So go back to plan view. Plan view. All right. You want to select that roof, and what are we looking for? If we want to change anything about that dimension, what are we looking for? The properties. All right. Everything on your drawing is going to have a property. So let's go into the properties. We're going to change the eave height on that dormer. Remember when it asked us what we want to make that eave height in the beginning? All right, we left it standard, right? So let's change that eave height. Let's click on the drop down on the ellipsis, or however you want to call it. Where it says all, you want to change that, and let's make it 3. Okay? And hit enter.
And that's for, okay, for all.
Look at up top at the screen. Remember, guys, if I'm showing you something, look at the screen first, then go ahead and try to do it on your drawing, okay? All right, eave height, where it says all, hit the number 3, then hit enter.
Miss Ashley, how did I get to, is that a dormer?
That's a dormer.
Okay, so go back to the plain view. Is that-
All right, give me a sec.
Mine's look good.
What's that?
Mine's look good.
Okay. All right, so you go up to the roof, okay? You look up here first, for me, Ocean, and then you're gonna try it on yours. There's a drop down here next to the word roof. You're gonna grab a dormer. Select dormer. Okay, and then one's gonna be attached to your cursor. You dimension the way you want. We already know 4 feet doesn't work. 3 feet almost look right. Let's try 2 feet. Okay? Let's try 2 feet. Okay? Just drop it on the side for it. Change your eave height to 2 feet. All right, and hit OK.
Change the pitch.
If you increase your roof size, if need be, increase your roof size. And then what you can do, or let's say, I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, right? So I can create some kind of abnormality. Guys, we looking up top?
Yeah.
So if I put this in 3D, I'm gonna get rid of this one. So if I put this in 3D, right? Right here at the very top looks a little weird, doesn't it? You guys see that tip right there?
Yeah.
See how it's protruding above the roof? So what you want to do, you want to click on that roof, and you see this little handle here at the top? You're going to grab that handle and drag it towards the roof. It's going to increase your ridge to where the roof connects. You guys see that?
Yes, sir.
And then I'm going to put it in 3D, and now does it look right now? Guys are looking?
Yes.
All right. Does it look right? Look like it makes sense?
Yeah, it looks better.
Okay. So just remember, grab the handle, and you're going to extend that ridge to the tip of it. Okay. That allows you to put that dormer anywhere on the roof. You can put it higher or you can put it lower, but you need to drag that ridge to make it make sense.
And how you got it to point like that is
Right,
just
that's what they
control
work.
brake?
No,
No?
you just grab the handle.
Grab the
Oh,
handle.
So
and go
look,
to
if
the
I bring
pitch.
the handle back down.
Oh, I
right.
understand, okay.
Okay, once you select the roof, your handle start lighting up.
It'll like taper it.
So you're gonna grab that center handle, bring it towards the ridge.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
The further you go, the
That's
more
correct.
pointy
It's
it'll
tapered.
get. All right.
Okay. So what you're doing, if you're like playing, let's imagine, right? Let's imagine we're looking at a roof and we're there like we have the hand of God, right? So we drop the dormer in. We have the dormer sitting here, then we have the regular roof kind of going over it or going underneath it. And we're grabbing that dormer and stretching it over the existing roof. That's
Oh, I got
basically
it.
what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm not
Or
doing
you're
that.
peeling back the main roof and allowing the ridge to expose itself. Does that make sense? All right, so that's what you're doing in part with the drawing.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, you're stretching it to connect it.
I think I got it.
If you have multiple dormers that are the same way, you just click on the roof, right click, and copy.
It worked when
Oh, and they'll copy the same
I
way?
changed my.
Copy and then paste.
Oh, that's-
It worked when I changed the
You
ridge.
copy the same dimensions and you put it wherever you want to go. Go ahead. Okay, are we good with dormers?
Yeah.
All right, so let's erase the roof.
What now?
Let's
Erase
go ahead
it.
and erase the roof. I know you don't want to let go of your creation, right?
Yeah.
Let's
File
move on,
save.
right? So let's look at the different types of roofs, right? So I showed you how to pull a roof out of the existing roof that we call an overbuild, right? When you go to estimate, it's going to estimate it as a single roof. There's more than one ways to do this as well. Let's say I wanted to create an overbuild, and I took a gable roof, right? No, I'm still dropping the dormer because that's what I selected the last time. So it's still connected to my selection. So let me do a gable. Okay. And I want to do an overbuild. Well, there's a different way I can create an overbuild. I could just go in here and grab another dormer. Grab another gable. Drop it here. You guys watch me first before you start moving.
Okay.
Right? Turn it, rotate it around. And you can do rotation by doing the tab button as well before you drop it. And rotate it around to where I want the structure to go. Okay? And then I grab it, bring it over here, and drop it.
Okay.
I created overbuild. However, there has to be a third step. Right now, when I look at this, and if I leave this and I don't take the next step, when I go to my estimate, it comes up as 2 roofs. You guys see that? So I go back to the sketch, now I lasso the entire structure, I right click, and I'm gonna scroll down to combine. Okay? So now I go into the estimate, I have 1 roof.
Nice.
There are times where that combine and separate really works, right? So let's say I'm in my sketch, I got a flat section of a roof, right? And let's say I got a flat section over the front side of the roof.
What would that be, like a carport?
Carport, patio cover. Let me put it in 3D and see if I'm there. Or it could just be a different roofing material for whatever reason, right? For whatever reason, I have a different material. I'm just gonna change my slope here so I can actually touch the roof. All right, I'm just gonna make it make sense. Okay. So for whatever reason, this material here is just different from the rest of the roof, right? So in this regard, this is a perfect situation where you want this to be separate. That's correct. That is correct. So right now, let's step back and let's see it. So I got roof 1 and roof 3. Now I have it separated. That's perfect because now I can estimate roof 1 as the shingles and roof 3 as the
Bitumen.
modified bitumen. Or whatever that material, maybe it's a metal roof,
It's like
maybe
an
patio.
addition type of thing.
That's correct. Maybe it's a metal roof. So that's ideal when it's separated then. If it's all the same material, you make it combined. Okay? But if it's not, you select that roof, select it, and then you just separate the roofs. Okay? It's going to ask you, okay, separating the sub-roofs will remove items from the blah, 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 blah. We already know that. Okay, that's what we want to do. So now we go back, we got 3 roofs, but we only want how many roofs? 2. So we go back into our sketch, select roof 1, select roof 1, select roof 2, or you last of both of the roofs, leave this one unselected, right click, and you combine those 2 roofs. Okay? Go back to estimate, now we're back to what? Roof 1, roof 2. And then it would behoove us to just go ahead and label the difference. All right, we're going to change the name and say main roof. We're going to identify that as the main roof. And then we're going to change this to whatever the material is. Maybe it's a mod bit, modified bitumen, a mod bit roof. That way we know that when we want to drop the line item, we're going to only use modified bitumen for that roof. You guys understand why I just did this? Change the name of the 2 roofs?
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to know, okay, roof 1 is shingles and the other roof is modified bitumen. And I estimated that. Okay? Make sense, guys? All right. Let's look at some other roofs. This is a gambrel roof. Put it in 3D. That's correct. It's like a bomb. Okay? And the 4 sides to it. Torque roof. I never knew I never thought I'd ever be using this. But one day I messed around and went and inspected a place, I think it was in Mississippi.
Like gazebo or
That's
something?
correct, like
Yeah.
a gazebo.
Yeah.
And this saved me. Because I was like, how in the world am I going to sketch that? And then I remembered. This torque.
And what's that roof called again, the name of it?
It's a torque.
Torrid?
Yeah.
Oh, Torrid.
All right? So let's say we have a roof, let's say we got a roof, and you know how you have a bay window inside the house? So the roof itself has a bay window as well, right? So we're going to drop it here. Let's say this portion of the roof comes out because the bay window sticks out beyond the structure of the home, most of the time. So the way we create that roof over that, we go to custom, and look at what it says here. Bay roof. Okay. Turn it around to the way you want. Dimension it first before you connect it. All right, make it the size that you want it to be. I'm grabbing that diamond that's hiding behind my handle. Make it the size you need it to be. Grab it. Click on the word roof so that you can grab that diamond. Bring it over and connect it. And if it ain't connecting right, remember we can always grab that ridge. See, it looks kind of funky, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to grab that, we're going to click on that roof, grab that ridge, drag it in.
Okay.
Bring it over. Alright. Bring it over. You see I'm a little too close to the edge, so it's like connecting to the edge.
Can you do windows like that through going rooms?
What's that?
Can you do the same thing to, like, say you're doing
Interior.
Yeah, interior.
That's correct. That's exactly how you do it. It's the exact same concept.
Okay.
So you don't dimension it, and we'll do that once we get to the interior rooms. You don't create the outline of the room. You just drop a bay room in
Okay.
there. Okay?
Thank you.
Not a problem. Okay? You make it make sense.
So the bedroom gonna be the room?
Yeah, that was-
Okay?
Bedroom gonna be
So we
the
see how
room?
we extended the entire roof, the entire structure. Okay?
Yeah, don't forget the lasso and put it as one room.
Say that one more time.
Lasso and put it as one room.
That's correct. And when you're done, you put it as one roof, because right now it's gonna come up as two roofs. Okay? So whenever you add onto a roof, like a bay window, a dormer, or a half fifth, or a half gable, just always remember to combine it. Okay? That creates the bay roof.
How you combine it? Sorry.
Lasso the entire thing, right click, and then combine it. You gotta separate it, get separated. You guys got me?
Yeah.
So now what happens when we do that, when we use the, now what happened when we use that control brake? But yeah, you did ask me, how did you get to it, okay? Let me back up a little bit, because I forgot the question. All right, so you go to roof, drop down menu, go to custom, and then you got your favorite. Okay? So whenever we create overbuilds using the control brake, look at what it does for you. Remember we were talking about one roof or two roof, combining or separate? It already combines the roof for you. When you create the overbuild out of the main roof, you don't have to worry about combining it. It comes already, the slope matches, and it's already pieced together for you. You're not going to be finagling with that ridge, trying to pull it closer to make it make sense. You guys got me? Any questions on roofs? Okay. All right, we're going to do the bay roof again. We drop it here. We go in here, go to custom, grab the bay roof, hit the tab button to orient it in the direction you want it to be. Drop it down. You want to dimension it here. Always give yourself a winning chance, all right? See, if I try to grab it here, sometimes that handle is hiding behind the grab handle that I'm trying to get to. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And then you just dimension it to how you want it to be. All right? Before you bring it to the roof. Once you get it right, then you just bring it and you drop it. Okay? And then you grab the top ridge and you drag it in until it meets. See that? Okay. Hit your 3, and you always look at it in 3D, guys, to make sure it makes sense. Okay?
What original roof that was that you was using for the bedroom?
Yep.
Okay.
Hit. But you can use the bay roof for anything,
Okay.
any roof. I just use hip because they're typically on hips. I rarely see them on a simple gable roof.
And then the one that you did with the gable, drop it, and then
The dormer,
no. You made another.
I did the overbuild.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can do that with any roof as well. Okay? So let's say we do a different route other than using the control brake, and we wanted to create an overbuild manually, right? Of course, you want to orient the roof in the direction that you want to overbuild. Select the roof, grab the handle, bring it over. Here, you're going to require to line up the ridges with each other. You guys see this ridge here?
Yeah.
See the end here?
Merge it with the other one.
That is correct. You got to line it up.
That lasso combined the wall.
Okay. Let it go. You guys see that? I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
So,
You line it up?
I am lining up. See this ridge here?
Yeah.
I'm going to line it up with that ridge.
Okay.
You see the end here? The end of that roof? I'm going to line it up with the end of this roof to make it connect. And let it go. Now what happens if I don't get it right? I drop it right here. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of odd, but I've seen roofs built that way, which is, to me, I feel like it's an architectural mistake. All right? You see what I'm calling odd? It's a little piece right there. Okay? But I have seen roofs that way. So, in my opinion, how it got that way, someone just put an addition to the house. Okay? And poorly planned for it, but they made it work. You know what I'm saying?
Do you do, roofs with, flat extensions?
What's that?
You got a lot of those down south.
That's correct.
With a flat extensions on back?
Oh, I just did that.
Okay.
Remember I put the flat roof on that gable roof?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, the modified bitumen. That's the same exact thing.
Same thing?
Yep. So, what they were saying is that how do you put the flat roof, right? So I go in here and I grab a flat roof. Now, when I drop that flat roof, you see that arrow? That's showing from the bottom. There's slope starting from the bottom going up. Okay? So I'm going to grab it, bring it here, and I can attach. If I'm going to make it stop here, just put it in 3D. It's not going to fit because that's about 4 feet high. That flat roof. So we're going to change that by going where?
Properties.
Into properties. Okay? See it? See where it's at? It's at 4 feet high. We're going to change that. Let's make it 2. We want to go to the slope. We're going to make the slope. It already altered it. Drop it down to 2 inches instead of 4. Let's see if 2 inches is enough.
So even a flat roof down south.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, there's nothing completely flat.
The ones down south, they do look completely
Yeah, they
flat.
do look flat.
Yeah, they look
I
flat.
doing it.
They're going to have. There's never a completely flat roof.
Well, I'm sure it's got a slight pitch, but I mean,
It has
compared to
to
the
have-
way that looks, it
Right.
looks like it's got way more of a pitch than
Right.
the flat roofs down south, you know, with the.
We can make them look like the flat roof.
Oh,
outside.
okay, yeah.
Okay, by just what?
Just maybe bringing it out a little bit.
No.
No.
Lowering the line.
I'm just lowering the well,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
So let's see.
Level 2 go to 1.
Let's see what one looks.
See how you look?
Can you do half inch? Oh, okay, that's better.
So now we're
Can
going
you
to
do
lower.
zero slope?
Can you do like, yeah,
There's nothing zero slope.
0.5?
Okay.
You can't have a zero slope. It's going to always be a slope on it.
I swear they just wedged it.
What's that?
No, I'm saying that it's like down to the.
Exactly. It has to be able to drop the water. All right?
Yeah, that's true.
It has to be able to drop the water. So let's make it 1.
Mhm.
Okay? Let's make it 1. It has to always
That
have a
looks more
slope.
important.
Yeah.
Okay.
that looks- yeah.
Everything has to have a slope. Otherwise, it's going to be a soup bowl. And water weighs heavier than I don't know what. I mean, it's heavy.
So even like construction, you were saying.
There's always going to be a slope because it has to slope towards the drain or slope out the sides through a scope. All right? It'll never be completely flat, even though it looks like it cannot be completely flat.
Okay.
And then you got a parapet too, because the water has to go somewhere. Okay? All right? So that would be your, what you're saying, what you wanted to see.
Okay.
And then, of course, you connect it if it's one piece, stretch it out if you would need to make it stretch. That Dutch hook is that piece of that,
Now, is there, okay, because how do we identify these things? You have to know it.
on that roofing PDF, it should show you different types of roofs. Okay? Sorry, Dad.
Oh, it's like in a different portions or parts.
That's the different sizes. Or you just come on here and just drop every roof. Because you're talking about familiarity, right? It's only going to come with repetition and using it. So you just come here and just drop every roof on here. All right? And you can see what it looks like, and you just, out of habit and out of use, you get used to what the different roofs look like.
Then you can hit the 3D button and you can.
That's correct.
Does Eagle View tell you what it is?
That's a good question. I've never looked to see if it describes it. I can open up an Eagle View and see if that does that. Okay?
Describe what?
Does it identify the roof along with the diagrams and the measurements? So you put it in 3D, there's all your roof. All right, so the more you use it, the more you memorize what type of roof is which. Okay? All right. So are we good, guys? All right. So, what I want you guys to all do now you guys to draw this roof. Just the roof, peoples. Just the roof. Open your eyes. You ain't gonna see nothing if you don't open your eyes. Eyes are closed, you ain't gonna see nothing.
No, I'm trying to go about,
Yeah, that's right. You got 3 roofs.
all three.
So, 3. Huh?